So now we know it's good to have perhaps a objective device. So then we would have some advantages to the human eye. First thing is you have a extreme precision on color measurements, so you have more color nuances. So you can't, by the eye, you can't make up so many shades as you can see by the instruments. Then, as we just said, it's objective. So we have really quantitative validated measurements. And by that, we can also prove conformity to certain standards like ISO, ASTM, or DIN standards. Then it's very handy because you can, by measuring the samples, you can also do an electronic documentation or validation. So that's easily done parallel here. And you can integrate it into processes. And of course, there are many application fields to use devices. So for analytical and physical tests, so for example, wastewater is measured, is color measured to define its clearing here. And you can use it for method development, for quality control, of course, that the customer has always the same color in the product. And stability tests, for example, for traffic signs, you will test the traffic signs from time to time because they are exposed to rain and light and so temperature, for example. So from time to time you test it if it's still bright enough, the color. And for manufacturing or downstream processing, for example, you can control an oven who's baking cookies and you're measuring the color of the cookies there. And of course, you will always have a documentation when you're using measuring devices. There are so many sample types that can be measured. Of course, you need very different instruments for the different sample types. So with HunterLab instruments, you can measure liquids, powders, granules, solids, slurries, textiles. Actually, nearly everything can be measured if it's not too small or not too curved, because that is a problem. Okay. So now we know that color measurement is would be a good thing to have.